Hey, it's Greg Burdine, pastor of Faith Baptist Church in Adrian. Hope you're having a good Monday, good week this week, and I hope it's a blessing to you. Memorial Day, I don't know what you got going today. Going to see a parade, maybe having a cookout, spending time with family, or maybe you got a quiet day. You know, it's good to just, every now and then, it's just good to reflect, to remember, to look back on your life, on your year, on your week, on what's been going on, and just to thank God. And yesterday, my sermon was all about leaving a legacy for others, remembering, and that's it was all about that. It was all about even within a family. And I just want to deal with that this week, but today, especially with it being Memorial Day. Um, Joshua told the people they were going to go across the Jordan River. No, they weren't going. The Jordan River was going to part, just like the Red Sea. God was doing a brand new miracle. Go through, and he told 12 of the men to pick up a stone, pick up a rock, and carry it out. And they were going to kind of stack it up to be a memorial. And he said, this is the reason for it in verse 6 of chapter 4 of Joshua. It says, that this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, what mean ye by these stones? I want you to do something now, when it's fresh, when you can see the parted waters, when you pick the rock up from the middle of the water and put it over there on the land. Remember this, so that down the road, years and years later, when your kids come up and say, what are all these big rocks here? You can say, well, one day, this is what God did. This is what God did. Those rocks were in the bottom of that river. And this really happened. God instructed the people to build a memorial so future generations would remember his power. It is so easy for us to forget what God does for us unless we intentionally remember. And I think it's important for us to have things that remind us about what God does. My wife and I have done something. We haven't done it for a while because we don't have enough refrigerator space. But when we would go on vacations, we would buy a refrigerator magnet. And we would buy a nice one, sometimes one that had pictures on it or something like that. And we would take it and we'd put it on the refrigerator so that we had opportunity to look at that refrigerator magnet and remember the good time we had at Niagara Falls, the good time we had at the Grand Canyon, the good time we had at the Smoky Mountains. We could remember those things because it's easy to just go on through life and forget we've had better days than this. And just like we try to have photo albums and pictures up and things on the wall to remind us about good times, I think it's important to have things that remind us about what God has done for us. And if you can somehow get it to reflect on when things were going really, really bad, like this one, like we were stuck in the water or down in the water, but God got us through that place. It's easy to forget. What reminders do you have in your life to remember of God's faithfulness? Maybe writing a journal, maybe hearing testimonies, getting some photos, answered prayers. Don't lose those. Keep those around. In my jacket pockets, almost any Sunday you see me wear a jacket, I will have in a jacket pocket a memorial card from a funeral of somebody that I've attended. I have one of my daughter, my mother-in-law. I even have one of my dad's from a long time ago. And I keep it there. And every time I put that jacket on, I reach over and I go, oh, yeah. And I remember them. I think it's important for us to remember people, but also to remember God. Remember God's faithfulness and have it available so that you can pass it down to other people. We have pictures in our house that remind us of things. And when our grandkids even ask us about things, we're able to remind them about people that are no longer here and remind them about God who got us through some hard times. Hope it helps a little bit on this Memorial Day as we remember. God bless you.